Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. This week's story, I will talk about how citizens get involved in government and how they are involved in implementing policies for their community or across the nation. A couple of years ago in the county of Jacob, they started to cut budgets due to economic restraints. So the public officials as well as the public administration decided to cut the cost of living for the citizens. Public administrators met up mid-year to develop a budget just like they do every year around the same time, and they would present it to the elected officials to get their approval of in front of the board. The administration came up with many ideas to reduce the county's budget. One of the ideas was to reduce employees' salary by 5%, as well as to reduce the employees' number of paid holidays that they would receive a fiscal year. They also decided to eliminate the longevity of the employees, which is considered like bonuses that they would receive every year due to how many years that they've worked in the county. With all these budget cuts on the table for the county employees at their annual budget meeting, which is held in two part of public hearings, they started after 5 p.m. to allow the citizens of the community to join and are public and encouraged to the voices of their opinions, and the employees of the county decided to join in. They wanted their voice to be heard due to the budget cut that they're going to be affecting on their salary. So a large number of employees from their respective departments met up outside of County Hall to walk in together to show solidarity to their departments. They wanted to hear they wanted to hear the county budget meeting, not only to hear what they wanted to do to their salaries, but also to ask the elected officials and their administration to find other ways, but not to cut their salary, because like the rest of the community, they were also struggling economically to pay their mortgages, insurances, and other expenses that they also have occurred, just like like employees that work in the private sector. This is an example of how citizens get involved in the government process. The process of the budget meeting, held after 5 p.m. on weekdays, is a perfect example of how citizens can get involved and how to get their voices heard, as well as having the citizens and employees of the county get together and get their voices heard. As we saw in the past week's readings, public meetings is one of the most common forms of citizen involvements. As we saw in the county of Jacob, even the employees went to the county hall to have their voices heard. In the reading by Brian Adams from San Diego State University, he states that by holding public meetings and people voicing their opinions, they will show the government officials that they are interested in what is happening in their community. In the case of Jacob County, the employees wanted to make sure that their salaries and their benefits won't be touched when the county's budget is being cut. The employees were able to demonstrate to the public administration and to the public officials of the county that their salaries are very important to them and to their families, and they wanted to be heard. Just like when a citizen of the community wants something done a certain way, they go to the public meetings and try to convince their public official that they need to find a new way to fix this problem. I think that public meetings are the best way for a community to get involved and also for the public officials to get to know their community much better. And in the case of Jacob County, they did get what they wanted because they were able to voice their opinions, as I've said in the story before, and they only got their salary cut for a year. That by the next fiscal year, of the budget meeting, they had gotten all their benefits and their salary back. So they were very proud of what they have done because they showed that democracy and going up to the property, going up to county commissioners and explaining to them what they need worked out well for them. That's my story this week. I can't wait to hear your opinions. Bye.